Fancy seeing you here. Yes, I'm back after a few months of relative ill health. I'm back for the rest of the season. Yeah, that's not something to be very happy about for you lot, is it? That means you're going to have to watch my insufferable bloody videos. So it's Friday, practice day at Croft before British Touring Cars tomorrow, when I will not be filming the cars on track, but I will be taking photographs. That's what I'm here to do, take photographs, do a few interviews, not for camera, because now that I've been past fit to return to work, Touring Car magazine is back in business. You'll be glad to know, because I know all you lovely people are going to get all those crinkly bits of paper out of your mummy's wallets and buy copies of the magazine, aren't you? Well, okay, PayPal. Nobody does paper money anymore, do they? So yes, I'm going to have a bit of a wander around Croft and we'll just see what happens this weekend, because it's a slowly getting back to business kind of thing. So I'm going to head up the tower, take some photographs, have some chats, and we'll just see what goes on this weekend, instead of it being any kind of I'll tell you about this, that or the other. But I'm back. Fucking great, innit? Haven't been able to do anything really since the Touring Car pre-season test. You might have seen that I've had a couple of chatty videos and a point of view video from here for TCR UK. As you can probably tell by the accent, I was able to do TCR because it's on my doorstep. But if I'm perfectly honest with that, it absolutely knacked us. I didn't do the Friday, which is unusual for me, and I did the qualifying and the race on Saturday, the two races on Sunday. I didn't have the energy to shoot anything else. In fact, now I'm at about 85%, where I think I can do this weekend, and it's progression. Eating well. That's the kind of stuff that I'm having to eat for me dinner at the minute. It's a fucking disgrace. So yeah, the magazine's coming back, and we're going to have a wander up the tower corner here. I know my mate Kev will be up here, but he's too sexy, so I'll not put him on camera because he'll probably break it. But I'm going to take a couple of photos here, and then I'm going to go and see me mate while he works. Run, rabbit, run, rabbit. It was a hare actually, but who gives a fuck? Actually me. I love rabbits. I've got to say, I'd rather have a rabbit stew. I don't eat rabbits actually. Now let's go and walkies. Part of the circuit you don't get to see if you're one of those pauper paying public types, unlike me, who's fucking great. Red flag for a legend. It's just blown a big engine blow up on over there somewhere. There's a lot of smoke, a lot of oil down, so I'm gonna go and get my lunch a little bit early. I haven't seen many people around today. Well, setup day, Friday. People are busy in the garages. Well, in terms of the touring cars anyway. A couple of drivers bobbing around. We've had a bit of a chat and a catch up, which is nice considering I haven't been out of the loop in terms of being in communications with people and getting all the lovely gossip. Some of the stuff that you read on the internet, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the truth a lot of the time. In fact, a lot of the time the truth's a lot fucking more mad. Places at Croft I rarely shoot. because normally all you're getting is cars going past flat out. It's just a side pan, it's not particularly interesting. But I'm going to do some photos here. You might get something interesting from behind. I've shot here before. I actually can't remember what stuff was like. I remember shooting the Formula 4 tests here. Was it here or was it further? No, it was down there. Let's have a go. Been shooting here for God knows how many years. Try something different that I always write off as being and see how it goes, eh? Yeah, not particularly interesting from that point of view. I'm going to get something to eat now. Friday lunchtime. Quiet. Not much going on. Just little bits of work here and there, and I am absolutely knackered. The Porsches are coming up next. I'll shoot them again, but I think I might actually go home. Get rested up for the weekend, because I am absolutely out of energy. Well, that was a bit of an abrupt end, wasn't it, to Friday? I went home a bit early because I was absolutely knackered. I think I'm still at about 85% health. My health bar's dropping, so I decided to head away early to absolutely goose. But the thing that was good about yesterday, that surprised was kind of like getting back in and seeing people again, which is really, really, really good. Because half the season out, you kind of think people are going to forget about you. You think it's kind of like you drop off the radar, but there was, you know, some nice goodwill from people. Some lovely advice from Alan Hyde about easing myself back into it. It was great. So, yeah, it was a tough first day, but the big boys are on track now. Instead of talking to you, I should take some photos. Oh dear me, it's actually quite good being back trackside. I'm enjoying myself. I'm absolutely pagged, totally fucking pagged. And he's not having any luck starting that, was he? I'm going to head round to Croft, which is my favourite place to shoot in the entire country. At any racetrack, but it's been red zoned. And you know what? I can understand why. I really can. There's a helicopter over there. It is actually an active airfield. That piece of grass there is actually a runway, believe it or not. And there was a plane crash here about 2 months ago. What we're standing on here is one of the two main runways when this was RAF Nation during World War II. When, well, I think from about 1943 onwards, it was mainly a conversion unit base for the Canadian Air Force. Halifax bombers. There was a lot of Halifaxes went down and trained, and in the latter years of the war around here, there was a few crash landings on this runway and the other one, which is actually the main straight. Just shows you when you actually drive into the circuit, West Lane, the road beside the circuit actually used to be used for storing bombs during the war outside. But this was a secondary satellite airfield as well, if I remember rightly, the Middleton St George, which is now Teesside Airport. There's your history lesson for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I think Whitley's and Wellington's might have flew here for, you know, I actually know this because I'm writing about Northeast history during the war at the moment. Anyway, it's a separate research project, but that's by the by. we're going to head round to Croft, like I said, where the red zone is, and take some photographs of cars during second practice. So 2 sessions down, Tom Ingram's been fastest in both of them. A couple of offs, Dolan and Chilton down at turn 1. Interesting fun. The minis are about to start. The legends are just clearing out the paddock after one of the heats. And I'm warm. So let's see what happens in qualifying.
What I love about Stephen Jelly, he always goes for a run. I know he's gone to the toilet, but he actually runs.
Oh, my undies are right up my arse. Well, that's qualifying done. Ingram on pole, carrying over the speed that he mustered in the first 2 sessions. Ash Sutton, track limits, few of the people, track limits. I'm trying to open some water because I'm rather hot, as you can probably tell. Jake Hill was quite ill. I had a quick word with him and a word with his dad Simon as well. And obviously he's withdrawn for the weekend, but we'll get into all the qualifying stuff right now. Day 3 at Croft, British Touring Cars. Turn that off just for a minute. It's a bit damp and it's forecast to be wet for the first race. It's 9:20 in the morning and the first race is 12:10. So I'm going to have some cake in a minute. Lemon cake, freshly made. As you can probably see, it's a bit damp. Not like yesterday where it was 24 degrees, which to traders around the world who've left the Commonwealth, that would be about 74, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, which for us up here is fucking boiling. Can you not see my forehead? Honestly, the swelling, even though I put factor 50 on, the swelling on my forehead, it's like feeding my fat moves. You might not be able to see it, but that's going to peel this week. And because I didn't wear a hat all day, I'm going to have peeling in my hair. Which is fantastic, lovely on my triumphant return to full-time coverage of touring car racing. Yeah, cheers. Moob head. Fantastic. What do you know? So yes, it's raining a bit. It's drizzled. It was raining quite heavy on the way down. It's drizzling a bit now. It's meant to be wet for race 1, which is in about 3 hours. It's 9:20 now. First race is 12:10. So yeah, just under 3 hours. I'm going to have a nap in a minute. Or am I going to have cake first? Lemon cake. Freshly made. What do? It's a dilemma, isn't it? Yeah, so qualifying yesterday. Ingram on pole, as was seen, and what else? We ended up with Ash Sutton dropping out, Chris Smiley dropping out into, what do you call it, in Q2, thanks to track limits, which track limits, yeah, it's a constant argument in motorsport, isn't it? I would put my money on a Ingram win for race 1, even in the wet. Dan Camish on row 2. Dan did say that he was taking it a little bit easier than what he could have in terms of track limits in qualifying, and you could tell actually. You could tell even at turn 1. And I think it was a very sensible move, because I think there's a few people on the grid who will get a little bit overexcited and will ignore warnings about multiple track limit infringements during race 1. So let's see how track limits go in race 1. I'm going to have a nap and a nosh. Then we're going to have a wander around the paddock. And if it's not raining too much, we'll do the autograph session and stuff like that. But I've got to do some interviews, because I'm here to work, not just to entertain you. I mean, have you watched this far into the video? Really, you have? Can you not afford Netflix or something like? Okay, back to some Iron Maiden for me, and back to the next part for you, unless you turn it off because you're bored shitless.
3.62.
Okay, so yeah, as usual.
That's
3, 2, 1, hit win streak, 7 seconds go. You know. Okay, come off this. 3, 2, 1. Just go up the car, Jay. 5.8.
Oh, sorry for bang on 7. Too fast. Too fast.
Seconds is a long time.
It is. I was like, oh, this is getting close to 7.
Yeah, I'm set the planet for you.
Yeah. So fast, yeah? Thank you.
Good luck.
Woo! I've come back to the car. The aircon there. I've just got so I can have the air blasting in my face, my forehead, my sunburned forehead. What's the heat out there now? 23 degrees. Far too hot for a oh. That's race 1 done. All of my arms. That's better. Sorry, I'm destroying the atmosphere and killing the planet because I've got the engine on, just so I can ram my face full of air from the aircon, because my forehead's, I've got to put more sunscreen on. It's terrible, lethally warm. 24 degrees, 23 degrees, 22 degrees, or something like that. It's fucking hot for me. Ingram walked that one, as he's done. Well, he hasn't walked qualifying, but you know, a little good gap in the race there. Dan Camish second, Senna Proctor third, local lad, home track, second race back after a fantastic, third race back, third, yeah, third weekend back after a fantastic Thruxton and decent Oulton Park. But yeah, full on podium, first race out. But them lot again on different tyres, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens next. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's knacking, that is. Probably because I've been wearing my cap backwards and it's got a metal clasp which has been digging into it as well. That doesn't help, does it? Yeah. But yes, nice bit of aircon. So it's the day after, and somebody, that would be me, has accidentally didn't film stuff properly yesterday. Got home last night and discovered that I'd hit time lapse. So it's just me. Yeah, so that was a bit of a mess on. So yeah, I was absolutely knackered when I got back, and I'm absolutely knackered now. I'm already starting to peel. Not that you'd care. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's still a bit warm, nice and sunny, but it's windy. Yes. It's pretty cool to see Mr. Rowbottom get another win. He said before the start of the season that, you know, he's adjusted a number of things in the way that he approaches race, and it really is paying off. Third win of the year. It's some people might say it's the car. I can tell you it's not. It's him. He's doing an absolutely blinder of a job. Really chuffed for him. But I went up the hairpin to shoot that race, and I haven't been up the hairpin for years. As you saw earlier on with the Legends, where I went somewhere where I haven't, you know, I see it's one of the places where I don't shoot because you don't get much. The problem being timing. If you go a 20-minute or a 25-minute race, it's not like you can run to lots of positions when you're in a place like that. But at the hairpin, we used to, I'll put a photo up, we used to shoot behind the tyre barriers, but we're not allowed there anymore, sensibly. I mean, I have been out there in a club meeting when somebody's rolled behind, or was it touring cars with the Clios? When somebody behind rolled coming out of tower, and it's like they're coming towards you. They're miles away, but you are open and exposed. So I went to the hairpin, and I don't normally go at the hairpin because for that very reason, you can get some great photos, but if you're there for 25, you're very limited in what you can do. But what I really forgot about is how bloody dizzy you get. Yeah, it's possibly the slowest corner across the entire season in the whole of the Btcc, but in the first couple of laps, especially when they're bunched up and you're trying to get photo, I mean, I've watched the race back and I can see myself a little bit. You can't tell it's me, but I can see yourself in the footage, and it's like, because yeah, they're still doing like 50 mile an hour or something, even in the hairpin. They're accelerating out, and you panning and panning and panning and panning, and you start thinking, I'm going to fall over here, and there's a big gap to your left. It's like, I don't really want to fall out onto the track. I mean, I'd say not that you're far from the cars, but if you watch race 3 and saw how close Gordon Shedden got to the hitting the part of the hairpin where you start to take photos, and it's like, all right, okay, yeah, that's maybe not. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's not something that I rush back to go to. Like I say, it's been about, I think, 8 years or more since I last. I can't even find the photographs from the last time I was there. When I go through me discs, like most photographers, some people have service, some people have online clouds. I've got physical discs, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte discs, just full of photos and videos from all kinds of stuff over the last God knows how many years, and I just I can't be asked to go on look all the way back to like 2017 or 2018 or 2019 or whatever. But yeah, it's been a long time since I shot there. I enjoyed it, and it'll be a while before I go back for a run a touring car week, and maybe a club race where there's only, you know, a 15-minute race maybe. But the problem then is there's a turnaround time between races, so they'll stack them up, and you don't want to be, just like you don't want to be stuck on the infield. But yeah, that was good. For the third race, I just went back to turn 1 again, because I figured, right, it's the end of the day, and I wanted to be in a position where I could get back to the Parc Fermé and the paddock, so I could get some interviews straight after the race. Not just about the race, but about the day, because it's sometimes it's hard to get interviews with drivers during the day. Well, it's not that hard, it's just you don't have to wait around as much a lot of the time on an evening. And then when the full day is done, you know, you can take the full day into account when you're writing a print report. So I went round to turn 1, shot at turn 1. It's one of those places I like shooting turn 1 at Croft. I always have liked shooting turn 1 at Croft, and everybody likes shooting turn 1 at Croft, because direct on to the start straight is not a red zone, which I know Brands Hatch isn't exactly a straight, it's kind of curved into turn 1, but it's a red zone head on. Donington's a red zone, but you can kind of stand beside the red zone and still get cars on the grid, or you can stand behind the fence with your camera set up to see through the fence. You know what I'm going about. You can't do that at Snedden, you can't do that at Oulton Park. So people come to Croft, and it's one of the few British touring car places where you can get a genuine head-on shot at the start of the race. That's why you'll see lots of head-on shots of the start of the race, because it's the only place in the year that you can get it. So yeah, that was a proper touring car race as well. That by Big the O was it a proper touring car race. Fantastic, some brilliant move for the lead from Ash Sutton, who you can hear here talking about it. That move for the lead, it took quite a few cars there. Was it just total instinct? There was no planning or nothing. It's just whole open fire like Moses opening there.
A little bit. Nothing's ever planned in motorsport, is it? Let's be honest. We all claim to be, but
yeah,
a lot of it you've got to just it's how you react on a situation unfolding in front of you. So I did exactly that. I reacted to what I thought was the right thing. Saw a gap open, went for it, but it wasn't just me that thought of it. Gordon Shedden obviously thought the same.
Yeah.
2 cars into one didn't quite go, so we both had a bit of damage, I believe. But yeah.
Was it a surprise to come out in the lead at that point?
When I went for the move, I was sort of banking on coming out in the lead, but I wasn't really banking on the contact in the middle of the corner. So yeah, we were definitely nursing a damaged car home.
Because it's not really one of those things that, you know, well, if you've seen it, obviously I can't show footage of it, but if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go and find the video, watch race 3. It is an absolute banger of a race. In fact, I think it was the best, possibly the best race since Knockhill last year, when Tingram and Rob Huff went toe to toe, and that was one of those races where it was a 2-person chess match. This was a barnstormer of a race, really exciting. But the championship switched around. Ingram's on top. What, 12, 13 points apart? It doesn't, you know, that kind of points difference doesn't mean a damn thing at this time of the year. With 4 rounds left. Off to Knockhill next. Well, I hope I am if I get accreditation. I've been out the loop for a while. I just hope that my credentials are still good enough. If you've watched it all, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.